Week 2, the consolidation phase. If you haven't joined me before, welcome. My name's Luke and this channel's all about my guitar journey later in life. If you'd like to join me, hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and I release videos every week. So this is the second week of stage 9. It's the consolidation phase. There's lots to learn and there's new things to learn. And this week I've been working on some 60-second chord changes for some new slash chords that I haven't done before. I've been trying out some 12-bar blues improvisation, and I've also tried to learn a couple of new songs. Let's get into it. So 60-second chord changes. These listed up here are all the chords that Justin says that you kind of need to know before you can move on from this beginner stage. Now that's a lot of chords, and I've been working through those on the course anyway, but at this point there's some new ones, and these are the slash chords that I haven't done previously. So the first one you've got is a D with a F sharp bass, and that involves you wrapping your thumb over the top. That was quite tricky at first, but I've been learning that for a while now, because if you might have seen last week when I was playing Wonderful Tonight, that picking pattern, that uses the D with the F sharp bass. So I found it really awkward at first, but it feels kind of fine now. It feels like you really restrict your thumb on the top, but it kind of works and it seems to sound okay. Yeah, so that one's going pretty well. Also, the one that I've been learning is the C/G, which goes something like this. And then the other one, I always forget the name of it, so let's have a look at that. It's a G/B, which is this one. Not really sure I like the sound of that one today. Anyway, it appears in one of the songs that I'm playing later. So I've been doing the 60-second chord changes obviously on those, and if you've never done those before and you're new to the Justin Guitar course, basically you're trying to change between two chords 60 times in 60 seconds. So that's what I've been working on. I've pretty much got all of them apart from this one that you'll see flashed up now, where I was on about 58, I think it was. Otherwise I'm pretty much there with those over the course of the week. Also last week you saw me working on the minor pentatonic scale, so obviously I've been playing the standard scale that goes up and down the fretboard, but the other one that I was trying to do was went up and went back, sorry, went down and up again, and I've only got a little bit further than that, to be fair, so I'm not going to play it now, but that's something I need to practice next week. But in terms of what you've got to hit this week, as part of stage 9, sorry, you've got to hit 120 beats per minute on the standard kind of scale pattern, just down and up. And I think I said last week, but that I've hit that, so that's not an issue. But that variation, I'm just trying to get my handle on at the moment. The other one that's been really interesting for me is the 12-bar blues improvisation. So what I've actually ended up doing is recording myself. So I recorded myself doing the 12-bar blues, just the standard one that I've learnt so far, and I recorded that using Audacity, which is some free software you can get. I've recorded that through my Blue Yeti microphone, and then once I've done that, I cut and pasted it and just created a loop with it and started playing that through. So considering my 12-bar blues is a bit rough around the edges, the whole experience went okay. Obviously created that track, and then I was ready to try and play over the top of it. So I'll just give you a taste of what happened, and you can see a bit of it now. I really struggled with it. It wasn't easy, and I've got a lot to understand before I can actually play something worthwhile over the top. Just to be clear, I've never learned any particular licks that I could probably try and play over the top. I'm just trying to figure it out myself, and that's what Justin is trying to encourage on the course. So I don't mind that, but out of about 50, probably more than 50 attempts at just trying to play little bits here and there over the top of the 12-bar blues, maybe I was successful maybe once. Or no, maybe once, one and a half, twice, maybe at a push. Where I thought, oh, it sounded okay to my ears. The rest of the time, it just didn't sound quite right. So There's obviously a lot of concepts that I've got to learn, and there's got a lot of feel and a lot of just general kind of understanding of what I'm doing that's got to come. But it's cool to kind of start to begin that phase of learning, and I think that's something that's going to really accelerate my learning once I can get some decent handle on it. I've also been working on some songs this week, and if I didn't explain last week, part of this consolidation phase is that you've got to be able to play 10 songs all the way through. Now, the way I understand that, that's not 10 songs from memory, but 10 songs that you can sit down with perhaps the chords in front of you and be able to play through with the rhythm, you know, and get the verses, the bridge and the chorus all included and complete the song. Now, I've obviously been learning some songs over the period of this whole beginner course. Some of them I think I've probably rushed through. Some of them I've done okay on. But to be honest, not all of them have I really played all the way through. I kind of learnt the chord sequence. I was pretty sure I can. So what my decision is now is that I'm going to probably learn at least 50% new songs. So at least 5 new songs that I've got to master. Plus maybe go revisit 5 that I've done previously and try and sort of pick those up and finish them, as it were. So the ones that I've been kind of learning so far that are new as part of this stage are obviously the one I did last week, which is the Eric Clapton Wonderful Tonight, and also I've been working on 2 this week. One which is the Redemption song by Bob Marley, and the other was one by, I can't remember the name now. And the other one is actually from stage 1, and that's 5 Years Time by Noah and the Whale. I actually struggled with this more than I struggled with Redemption song. And that's because of the slight strumming pattern in it. So this is Redemption song. I've actually learnt the intro in 2 different ways. So this first way is the way that Justin Guitar teaches it. So there's that way, and then there's this one. I think I prefer the second one maybe slightly, but anyway, and then this is the strumming part that I've learnt. That's kind of it. Obviously, that's rough as well, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, and let me know what you think about those first 2 intros. So that's it for this week. Until the next one, cheers.